Connection. Hello, everyone. I know it's letting everybody know that we are on. So just getting ready for y'all to pull up on us. All right. Davis Girl 625. Hi, love. Doctor saves the day. And I'm trying to wave at y'all. Hi, everybody coming in. All right, accept. Hi, True Gemini, baby. Just in fashion. Hey, love, how you doing? All right. And we waiting for our boy. Hey, Dexter.
You look amazing.
You
Wow.
okay, Dexter, thank you. Because you know a bitch feel real bald headed
No,
right now.
you look good. Like this is your real hair, right? This is your real hair.
Yes, it's my
Yeah,
real
like
hair.
you look your age. Does that make sense? Like you look your age?
Well,
Like you
shit,
look
I'm
like
38. Is that a good or bad thing? I
well
don't
not
fucking
like
know.
not like your age. You look like mature. Like you look amazing. This is a really good look. You look like no, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
Go ahead, say it.
Like you look like you like on the market. You look like
Thank you, Doctor Saves the Day. I'm on the market. Well, you know I'm out here, sweetie.
but you look like it though. Like you look like look, I'm out here. I want people to see me.
Well, that's a good thing, I guess. Oh, hey,
Next.
Nicole's Nick. She just pulled up on us.
Oh, Nicole,
Oh,
I need to text Nicole because I drank coffee today, and I always think about. She does a segment called Coffee Under the Covers,
yeah.
which I enjoy, but it ain't no way she's really drinking coffee every morning. Like I just refuse to believe it. You do it too, though.
You got
You drink coffee too.
coffee or yeah, I'm a coffee drinker, but I'm more of a tea drinker though. But Dexter, this is why, like, guys, when I first met Dexter, I'm like, this kid has bodies like buried in the backyard. Because as like a college graduate and you have your graduate degree as well.
Master, yeah, but my master's degree was I was working with you at that time when I was doing that, so I
Yeah.
wasn't like
So I'm just not understanding how you made it through college. Like, what was your release? It had to be bodies that you got buried in your parents' backyard or something.
my release in college was like Smirnoff.
It's like you was to what? It ain't smearing off of some wine, but top of the morning to you.
No, like I would drink probably Smirnoff the night before, and I would wake up like the last thing I want to do is eat or drink something. So it's like, let me just get to class.
Yo, I swear, you just put me right back to that drinking in college. The worst when you would go to those like 8 a.m. classes, because I was like an early bird when it comes to school. I'm still kind of like that. I would rather get things out of the way early and then have the rest of the day to myself. But I'll never forget the stench of those like especially the freshmen college kids just like you light a fucking match, you're going to explode.
Oh, because they smell like
It's
alcohol.
happening.
I don't know if I've ever like I don't know if I know what it smells like for a person to smell like alcohol. I'm sure I've been that person before, but it's just the feeling that you get. It's like I don't even want to. Don't even touch me. Like that's how disgusting I feel. But then
Well, I
I was.
guarantee you don't feel like that with coffee, Dexter.
Oh my god! I drank coffee this morning. I was. Whew, Toy, I was bouncing around the office today. It was so bad. Like I was like, what is I had like the jitters, like my fingers wouldn't stop moving. And you know how people be like, oh, if you do it, you stay awake. I mean, yeah, I was awake, but
Because you couldn't go to sleep.
I couldn't function. Coffee is
Did you
it's the
did you
devil.
eat though?
No, I can't do both. I can't be eating breakfast and drinking coffee at the same time. One thing.
Dexter, you can't do it. You supposed to have a banana or some shit, an apple coat your stomach, something. If not, you won't have the coffee shakes.
And then the coffee that I had is it's a sugar cookie flavor one from Starbucks. And I wrote it on Facebook, and people were like, "You really jumped out of the window with that one. Like you should have just got like a frappuccino or something similar, like a basic one."
Yeah. Why would you get that? And look, he said, Promo Stevie said the morning swirls.
It 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 sounded good.
No, you a novice at this. Let me see. Y'all needs to bring Mother Andrew, Juanita, Bynum, Codwell to spill the tea, aka thick tongue lies. You know what, friend? I want to make this. We're going to get into it, but we need to do. Can y'all try to get us to sit down with me, Dexter, and Andrew Caldwell for the group for the Zeus Network.
He the conversation.
Yes. We need to be on there with Andrew because he's already publicly said that he wasn't going to unblock me.
We need to get some more followers.
Please go tell all your friends, family, even the people you don't like. Come watch us because we need to have a conversation with Andrew Caldwell. We need this.
Sitting there and Andrew Caldwell and all this, I would laugh the whole time. You have to do all the talking.
That I can't do that because you got to calm me down because I'll be like all funny at first, but then when he get a little too sassy, I'm a jab back. I'm not gonna be able to stay.
I think my issue, if it's just a private kind of conversation, like they're filming or whatever, I'll be fine. But if there's an audience, I gotta put on the show, because I can't take him serious. Man, it's a joke to me. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about Andrew Caldwell, I'm delivered guy, him.
I'm not gay no more. I like women's. I don't like men's no more.
And I unsubscribed from his when he goes live, so I don't have to see it anymore because it was too much for me. I would be at work and he would go live and I would go click it and watch it.
So you literally have the gift and you just don't even care. I don't have access to the gift that he gives.
That's why because I feel like I'm one of those people, if you don't support my friends, then I don't support you. So you got to unblock you for me to subscribe. I'm not going to unfollow them. But on my page, this page right here, I'm blocked too.
I know, but you keep getting in. That's because he be flirting with you. He got a crush on you, and now you done introduced the man to Fatima. He about to be over at your the house for dinner.
It would be no way Andrew Caldwell could come to my house. It ain't gonna work.
What you mean ain't gonna work?
Ain't gonna work.
Somebody said real recognize real. But yeah, y'all get on that. Somebody flood Ray J, Zeus Network's DMs or something. We need to have the conversation with Andrew Caldwell.
They had a parody page. That is funny.
Thick tongue lies. Andrew is a hot ass mess, but we're here for it.
He's gonna try to sleep with LaToya because he likes women. They say he's gonna try to sleep with you.
I don't have the right equipment that Andrew, our boy Andy, like.
Well, I'm not a pastor, so.
But you got the equipment. You better go hook him up.
Oh God.
Or I'll do it for you. I'll get the scrap.
Now we need to move on.
It was formerly known as the Mother Caldwell Show. We need to get this. M Cyclone, at some point, we need to link with you, and we're going to have you on to talk about adventures in Caldwell. Okay, let's get into it a little bit. We're not going to try to keep you guys too long, but first, it was so funny because I told you to check into something right before we pop on, and it's just something funny about hair because, of course, this is why I like to kind of take my hair out and let it breathe because you will get so caught up in these damn weaves and all this other stuff, and then when your own hair is out, you'll be feeling like a little bald head scallywag. So this is why every now and again,
I can relate.
You say you need a loan, sweetie? My hair's finally starting to grow back in. It's all even right now. Give me a couple more months. I can loan you some if you need it.
Good. You see this? It's good over here. My hair's good.
Bend down.
You see it? We good over here.
Now, Dexter, what the hell is up? Because it's been a few weeks that your hair has been in place, sweetie, and I know it ain't no man wig.
No,
so what is
my
it?
real hair.
What you been doing? Touch the middle.
What you mean touch the middle? Like it's like
oh. But you good. That's what I'm saying. The key to hair regrowth.
Marriage. And you get married, your hair will grow.
That's the got the keys.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, but yeah, so I love to do all kinds of things with my hair up and down. But coming on, I saw a story where one of these, Polo G, his baby mom, supposedly like now they are dragging her. First of all, why are all these rappers' girlfriends becoming like celebrities?
Things. Yeah. Things.
Like what things? Like, what is this about? What world do we live in that these people, you look to these girlfriends who possibly baby mamas, nobody's wife, probably going to be in and out for 5 seconds? Why in this culture do we look up to these people? Not
Yeah.
we, but
No,
like,
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
I'm not understanding. So that's why I was even shocked that this story kind of like picked up and went a little viral. Cause I'm like, so y'all niggas is really sitting around watching niggas' girlfriends? Like, what?
Like, who is she? But it's more so because like those girls would have the look. You know what I mean? Like there's like a certain look that's like desirable, and it's like people will see the girls and they're attracted to the women, and that's the reason why they start to blow up. But it's like you're really only blowing up because of your looks, which is it makes a lot of sense as to why this specific story blew up because it's about her looks.
Yes.
Look, Trey3374 said Amber Rose walks so these new chicks can run. Ain't that the truth?
Damn sure could. Damn sure did. I could have swore I wrote this story down, but I guess I'm sorry, I'm just going over it one last minute. I guess I can give you the overview. I did write it down. I don't know where the fuck I wrote it at though. Now I look like a Patty Jackson. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? And shout out to our girl Patty Jackson. She's being honored by the what is it, Dexter?
PABJ, Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists.
Yeah. So
Which, by the way, I'll talk to you about it after. But we have to join.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no, well, okay, we'll definitely talk about it after the fact. I wrote this woman's quote down, and I really wanted to give you it to you guys the way that I wrote it.
She said that I thoroughly enjoyed. She said, she said, it's not my fault that you got a perm at 6 years old. Well, first off, the lady, she posted about her hair, and she was talking about she has like long, beautiful hair. She's an African-American woman, and she's like really long hair, straightened out. And she was like, people were commenting at her because of her hair. And she's like, my hair is not even fully straightened out. Like, you could get even straighter than this. And then I guess people kept coming at her, and she said, look, it's not my fault that you got a perm at 6 years old and you still bald-headed. Everybody sells regrowth formula. So, like, that's your problem and not mine. That's what she said. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think that's a
and
good
she said, don't, if your hair ain't this long, this length, or longer, I'm not talking to you. I'm not arguing with nobody.
Yes, she did say that.
Oh, remember Ponytail from Mad Max?
No.
Remember we went to the Mad Max like the last time over in the burbs, in Ardmore for the last time. Like we didn't know that it was like going to be the last day. And that woman with that damn tiny ass ponytail, I wanted to grip her right the fuck up by it and grab her ass.
She was the way she was mean to us.
Yes.
But now you know she's mean.
Ponytail.
Now you know she's mean to us because she's about to be out of a job. So I get it.
Yes, but I don't know that. But so okay, yes, the girl Polo G's baby mom was being a little petty. I don't even know what stemmed this conversation, why she felt the need to tweet this. But now people are conflicting that with her being anti-black.
Yeah, because
I need this to stop.
Yeah, because I like Doris is on here. Doris is a girl that I went to college with, like how you are, long hair. Like she's always had like really long hair, and I don't even think she's mixed with anything. I think she's fully black. Maybe. Actually, I don't know that. You know how you know these people, but you don't know their parents. So
yes,
are you?
Mixy, but doesn't seem to be. Girl, let us know what you are.
But it's one of those things that like this girl has long hair, and I hate the mindset that actually her whole crew had long hair now that I think about it. But I hate the mindset that like because you're African American or you're black, you're gonna be bald headed. Like that's not true. Yep. Black girls have hair. And
can grow hair.
Yeah, and it's like nice shades, like nice length of hair. Oh, she's Jamaican, Cuban, and black.
Ooh, she got a nice mixture in there. Come on, friend. Come on, Caribbean.
But it's kind of one of those black period. But it's one of those things where it's like the thought process of black girls being bald headed or needing to have weave is insane to me. Like,
And that's what I think bothers me so much, especially this girl from what I saw. I mean, a face full of makeup, but with that, she looked like a beautiful girl. But if anything, I wouldn't say it's like racism against, it's anti-black, but why are you putting so much of your own stock into your hair? Or you don't have anything else to offer but I guess a vagina because you had a
well, the
rapper's
thing is, like,
baby.
I think that because black people, especially black women, are always kind of like shamed about their hair. It's kind of like
Yes.
when I have hair that like looks good or whatever, I want to show it off because like so many people who look like me are shamed because of this, and thankfully I don't have to deal with this. So like I want to be excited about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I definitely don't think it's anti-black either.
No, it's definitely not anti-black. I just don't think if you do have a grade of hair or your hair is, or I guess what they would say a more traditionally a manageable grade of hair, and you have some length, okay, that's cool. But you shouldn't be using that as like
Like
as
I'm
like
better
a
than you.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a weapon, or as if like you're on a higher plateau than the next black woman.
Because you're falling into that trap that people are throwing at you. Because it's kind of like
Yeah.
there's two people that are bad in this situation: the people who shame black women about their hair, and then the black women who have hair, and then they try to like shame other people. Like we both can't be like, come on, like that doesn't you
Mhm.
can't do that.
And then she is Doris, that's her name, correct? I'm sorry if I said it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
She said it starts from very young, and
Yeah.
it does. And I want to think that as we, go on through time, the older I get, I guess because I'm removed from school, so I don't see it that much. But my little sister, she says it still happens. But part of me, I'm looking at it like we have to take more pride and more attention in what's going on in the household. Because a lot of times, that really sits on your psyche. If I'm a woman and I have kids, whether they're boys or girls, and every time they see mommy, they have never seen mommy's real hair or barely have ever seen her real hair. So a kid growing up like that subconsciously, you're taught to kind of hate yourself. And not saying that that's what was
It's more so
that was the
confusion.
intent.
It's confusion overall. Like I mean, there are girls who I know who I never seen their real hair, and it is like, or even their real face.
Yeah.
So it is a little jarring sometimes when a person is always done up with the hair and the makeup and stuff like that, and then you see what they actually look like, and then, I mean, you like are taken aback a little bit. And I think that, I mean, imagine being a child and growing up with a mom who is like that. It's literally the equivalent of not having a dad in the house. Like, I don't know who this man is, and that's exactly how you look at your mom because you don't see the personality, you see like the face and the hair and all that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And your friends today's parents are wonderful with allowing their children to embrace their black. Oh shit! Comments went away.
I said black hair in its natural state, but back then our mothers and grandmothers made us think our natural hair was untamed.
That's true, because you got to consider the time that they were living in, and it did count against you when you're out in the workforce, and people would just look at your hair. Oh, you're nappy. No, what was that radio personality that called them damn girls?
Don Imus.
Yeah, them nappy headed hoes.
Yeah,
that's what they call them.
Yeah, but I think that sums it up perfectly. It really does start from childhood, and then it's kind of one of those things like you would have to go back and ask those people why they felt that way, and then you'll probably get to crying because it's probably some like deep rooted issues that they were facing, which is why they felt that way.
And it's sad because it's like, don't be dark skinned with what they would say traditionally nappy hair.
Yeah.
Because it's over for them. But I don't know. I just hope eventually we will get.
You said for them.
What?
You said it's over for them.
What?
He said it's over for them. You try to make sure you ain't included.
You see it? I'm talking all this Sister Soldier shit then. You see it.
For them.
Oh, what is like that? You just have to try to find the. And here's another thing when it comes to hair. And this is what, and we'll get into textures, which a lot of our 4C sisters go through. And 4C, I guess you could say that's like it's. I don't want to say it's just very like the coarsest of hair. Hair is one of those situations when it comes to product, one size does not fit all in any way, shape, or form. I remember we talked about this on Patty Jackson's podcast a while ago. Do you know how much
Me?
motherfucking hair? Huh?
I was talking about. I don't know nothing
Well,
about
you
it.
might. You might not have been on that episode.
when you said 4C, I'm like, that's my apartment. Where we going? Like,
My girlfriend Tanya is on here. She said, "I love natural napping hair and no makeup." Yes, friend. But I would tell people all the time because you would see it like, it was on when we were doing the YouTube and people were going through the comments. And I'm like, please. And you could tell, like, I guess when I would get my wash, blow dry, and curl, people would not get upset, but get more frustrated with their own hair journeys. And I'm one of those people like, you're not going to do that. There is a product out there for you. Unfortunately, being a Black woman out in this hair world, you will spend a shit ton of money trying to find the system for you. I have plenty. What?
Why you spending money?
What you mean why I'm spending money, sweetie?
The stuff, it has like locks on it or something in the stores?
What?
Does it have like locks on it in the stores? Because I'm just trying to
Because of your black ass? Because of your black ass and people who think like you, yes, they are. And that is very annoying when I go in.
Well, look, if I have to, this is why God knew what he was doing. Because if I was a woman, I would be in jail. Because I'm never paying for makeup. I'm never paying for hair products. I'm never paying for menstrual products. I'm stealing.
So you just gonna be out here bloody, nasty,
I'm stealing
dirty.
it. I'm stealing it. I'm walking into the store. I'm putting it in my bag and I'm walking out because I shouldn't have.
So you're going to be in jail, a bloody mess, nappy, dry,
because I'm dusty. Not paying for this stuff. You talking about somebody got to get all these different products? I wash my hair in the Target before I spend money on some. Before I spend money on a bunch of different hair products. No, I'm taking it. I'm taking it out. No way.
When you take it,
yeah.
When you and she is Doris take it, I don't got no bail money.
look, go in there and bring your Tupperware or whatever and squeeze that tube in there. And then I'm gonna try this out and I'll come back tomorrow and I'll figure something else out.
The travel size.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm stealing it. Like, I'm taking it. And I'm definitely. Do you mean to tell me that I am like blessed to have a menstrual every month and you want me to pay money for somebody to stop that? Like, I can't even control it, but you want me to pay somebody else money? No, I'm taking it. And I'm
what bald heads used to do. That's why they call it a rag. They used to get them damn dirty hands, cut up them rags and just throw them out. I was watching an episode of what is it? How do they say? Cheapsteaks or cheapskates? What do they say? I don't fucking know. You know what I'm trying to say though, correct?
I guess it's on A&E. It's probably on A&E.
I think so. It was I think it was a show like that. And it was so funny because this woman, she would go when she would do her laundry and people would have like old socks. She would go to the fucking laundromat, taking the socks, rewash them and use them as her rags.
Yeah, and imagine that.
That's you?
No, I'm stealing it out the Target. What do you mean? No, I'm not doing that. Like, no, I'm taking it for free.
So what you gonna say when the cops come up and they try to lock you up? What you gonna tell them?
I'm saying, would you rather me go to the laundromat and steal socks and do it? Like what? Like that's crazy. So I did this, and imagine a cop actually trying to arrest a woman for that. Like, she would probably look at him like, are you serious? Like,
this what you gonna do to me? This is what happening? So everybody with you, it's taking it. 4C, let me say, somebody said 4C hair doesn't need a lot of products. Depends on the style you do. Exactly. And that's another thing I've been like learning because I think early on, my hair was like overly moisturized as well, which people don't realize that can cause breakage too. So now I'm in repair mode right now. But yeah, when it comes to these hair products, you literally just have to find the ones that work for you. And it will be a process. And it's very frustrating, especially when you take on this natural life. Child.
Very frustrating, like she said. Very frustrating and stressful, but it doesn't have to be expensive.
Can you give the Bro Talk statement that you did?
The thoughts and views of Dexter do not reflect LaToya or the comments.
Nobody out there stealing hair products. You know the holiday season coming up and ain't nobody got nothing gonna be stealing. Well, if you do steal it, just meet me on some place on 52nd Street. So.
I mean, never mind.
Just meet me on 52nd Street. We'll figure maybe 52nd and Parkside, and I'll hit you up with something.
They reflect me.
They definitely reflect your ass.
Oh, see, this is why I'm not no woman.
Stealing.
And then if I had, no, seriously, this is the last thing, and we can move on. If I had a baby, oh my God, could you imagine me paying for Pampers? I would never pay for Pampers. Like,
you shit all over the place.
No, because the baby has to use the bathroom. Why? No, I take the back because I do pay for toilet paper now. I always pay for my toilet paper. But I'm not paying for Pampers stuff. Like, they really be trying to say to you, Pampers are $30. They won't be when I steal them. Like, they won't be $30.
You can go ahead and do the old school and have the cloth diapers. Then you're going to be having
Not doing that either. I'm going to the Target. I'm going to grab. I'm going to Walmart. And I'm going to steal the Pampers like everybody else does. Look, I'm stealing Pampers. They be stealing. Yeah, y'all steal TVs out of there. At least I'm just stealing Pampers for my baby. Y'all be Look, my Christmas, everybody's Christmas site's gonna be filled with shampoo and conditioner and baby wipes because it's getting
the good stuff.
And wait, I've never stolen anything in my life. But if I was a woman, I would.
Not if I was a woman.
Yeah, because I feel like with guys, like the stuff we're expected to pay for is standard deodorant and stuff like that, whatever. But women, so like guys need to pay for deodorant, toothpaste, or whatever. Women have to pay for deodorant, toothpaste. But when you start making it not equal no more, then I gotta steal it. So that means when it comes to like menstrual stuff or whatever and hair products, I gotta steal it because it's not equal.
Who got money for this? Exactly. Why is it free anyway? It's a necessity.
But you wouldn't want the government to give y'all free like pads and stuff because they would give y'all some Lord knows what, one size fit all type stuff. It would be they would do y'all so dirty.
I guess you never had a pad or a tampon from the Planned Parenthood or a condom. God damn.
Even with the condoms, they give you like the lifestyle, one size fits all. Like everybody here, take this, and it
ain't even lifestyle. I don't know what it is. Condom come out the pack dry as shit.
Look, never mind. That would have been bad.
It's like, God damn, where the Vaseline? Spit on it, something.
They'd be like, you definitely coming back here. For prenatal care. Like for prenatal care.
Because listen, before I had some health insurance, I used to get all of my needs at the Planned Parenthood, and that's something you know. If there is a guy at the Planned Parenthood, you already know what it is.
Like STD?
Yes, especially if he's there by himself. This was the last appointment I had at Planned Parenthood, and I think this was the moment where I was like,
"You're like, I can give me a job."
It was like, let me go home. Let me go ahead and just get me a real OB/GYN.
Oh wait, they do stuff like that too?
Yes, that's what it's for. Like you can get either free or very cheap
service.
Like service for your female issues or anything. So again, the Planned Parenthood is wonderful when you don't have health insurance. But the moment that I knew, I said, and I had health insurance at this time, I said, I can't come back here. Sitting in a waiting room, minding our business. This guy and girl was there. So I'm like, usually if a guy and girl are there together, it's usually like a pregnancy situation. You don't want to assume it's a STD, but Hey, hair to die for, baby. We ain't been on that long. So this guy, he's on the phone going through his thing, going through it. All of a sudden, the girl that's sitting next to him looks at him and on her phone, and she goes, "So this the fuck what you've been saying about me to people in these streets? This what the fuck you DMing people about me?" Then she goes, "Well, and then you got here. Well, you go the fuck find out who gave you the STD, bitch." I screamed. Everybody in the waiting room just stopped, looked at each other. We laughed. He started laughing, was embarrassed, and then they both got up and left.
We can never speak again, though. Like, our friendship relationship is done because that, no.
I said, yeah, I gotta get an OBGYN because this ain't gonna cut it no more. I can't be subjecting myself. It's good for the drama because you know I love watching. But that was just a bit too much. Let's get into a little bit of some scammer news, but local scammer news, which I had no idea this girl was local.
Yes, you did.
They call her, huh?
Yes, you did.
I didn't know she was local. We've talked about her before. I didn't think she was a local girl,
well,
though.
You know her husband.
Who's her husband?
The guy, I forgot his name, but it's the guy. He's like light eyes, and they're always that's her husband. He's local. I
know that, but I only know of her husband through her because when they went viral about scamming a while back, but now the heat is actually on because she's being sued by the Pennsylvania district attorney. So for them, this bitch had like 6 different businesses, credit repair, had an app, touted herself as being a small business, African American women, but the businesses that she was helping out, instead of helping out, she was basically just taking people's money and sticking them for the services. Nothing. So, yeah. And this is another thing. They keep saying, so her real name is Michelle Oliveira.
That's my friend.
That's my friend too. But remember, like, that got me thinking because a friend that we have in common said that Oliveira has a sister out here and they know her sister. So it makes me wonder if this is the same sister.
No, you're thinking about a different person.
No, I'm not.
Well, the Michelle that we're talking about is white, and this scammer is black.
I don't know if she's black though. That's the thing because the way they keep pushing it as if there's something with her race. Now I don't know if she's full on black. I think it's a little swirlish, but I don't think the girl is full like black.
Oh, black. Maybe like Spanish or something like that. Because if I'm not mistaken, they put one of the businesses that she had was with her dad, and the other was with her sister. So the whole family's going to jail. Merry Christmas.
All of them.
So you're right. I think the last names were like Spanish, whatever. My only real comment on this, 2 comments, is one, I think that it bothers me that people do stuff like this and they focus on the black community when they do it. Like that bothers me. And then the second one, black people. Just because a person goes viral does not mean that their services are worthy. Like you don't have to buy nobody's credit repair stuff like that. You don't have to do that. And honestly, and maybe it's just me, but I don't understand credit repair. I always just pay my bills when the bills are due.
Now you're getting ahead of yourself. What? And you pay them every time they do?
Yeah, I'm not Sprint, but everybody else, I pay the bill when the bill is due, and I don't have any credit issues. I figure everybody kind of is the same in that situation. No. You know who you owe, and you know what you owe them.
You know these niggas ain't even giving the government their PP loan money back. They not gonna give nobody else no money back.
But you know who you owe, though. You know, it ain't no bills out there that you don't know that you owe. Like, you know what you owe. So, like, what are you doing credit repair for?
Because I want it out of here. I ain't paying them my money. Get somebody else to do it.
I don't get it. Maybe somebody else is smarter than I
But
was, but
but she is. Doris said credit repair is very easy to do by yourself, and
that's
it
what I'm
is
saying.
because a lot of people will have the medical bills. They'll pile up. A lot of people, and this is why, especially in the African American community, I really want them to do more, or just us, in teaching our people about credit. Because I don't know about you, I wasn't even damn out of motherfucking high school yet, and I had my first credit card. Didn't go ham or crazy, but there are literally people, you go to different college campuses, at least back then, people would be like, hey, here's a credit card, take it. I'm going to take it. What you mean? You want to give me this money? All right, I'll take
There,
it.
there was this situation when I first started college where um there was like a shirt. It was like a blue shirt, and it said, no lie, it was a blue shirt, short sleeve shirt that said college on it. That's it. And like I wanted it so bad, but they were like, "Oh, we give you this shirt if you sign up for the credit card." And I wanted that shirt because I like this is my first year of college. Like I want this shirt. This seems cool. And I was like, I called my mom or whatever, and I was like, "Can I get this credit card? Can I get this credit card? This, that, and the third. I want this shirt." And she went off and was like, "No, this, that, and the third." Toy. They felt so bad for me. They just gave me this shirt anyway. But
City
my
boys,
friends,
that was the finesse, Dax. You need to thank your mother.
but then I was on social media and I saw all my friends from high school that were in different colleges. They all had that college shirt on. I said, "Now I know y'all didn't call your mom, so y'all got credit cards."
Yeah, child, they be sitting there waiting for you. Luckily, usually with that though, the credit limit usually isn't that much because you're brand new, so it's kind of like an honor code system. But a motherfucking 17, 18-year honor, what is that? Yeah, I ain't been to court. Y'all gave me this money knowing damn well I ain't have it. And that's what unfortunately ends up and happens to a lot of people. But debt, it can be very easy to get out of. So just please don't just be going to any motherfucking body who says, I repair.
I repair credit.
Give them your money.
I repair your credit. No, I'm good. I know who I owe.
Thank you. All right, wait, okay. So you watched some of this. I did not watch any of it because he's another one I'm just kind of sick of. Kanye was drink champs.
I watched the whole thing.
Okay, what the? Okay, so all I got out of it is he changed his name to Ye now. It's no longer Kanye. Okay, so tell us more about what happened on Drink Champs.
It was amazing. Such an amazing episode. It's Kanye West. He started off. First off, this episode broke records too. Like it's like
Okay.
the biggest episode like on YouTube or whatever. Like I think it's like two to 4 billion streams.
Okay.
I can only dream. I wish. But like he touched on a bunch of different things. He talked about like ownership was a big thing that he talked about, but in a sense of like he's not interested in that anymore. Like he said, like he doesn't own a home. Like he owns land, but he doesn't own an actual home. His big thing is that he wants to travel from place to place, like a nomad. And he said like sometimes like he does this thing where he'll go if he goes somewhere, he's a friend or a family member there. He just crashes on their couch or whatever while he's there because he doesn't want to physically own a home. Now, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I do like the sentiment of not throwing your money into like renting situations and stuff like that because it all depreciates in value. If that's how he wants to live, I think he can do that. I don't think that will work for me. My biggest takeaway, though, is that Kanye West is a lot like me. Like one of the things that I've been working.
Tell us.
One of the things that like really is important to me is like loyalty. Like being loyal to me is a really, really important thing. And like Kanye West talked about, they asked him like, would you rather, or who do you like more, this person or this person? They asked about Big Sean. And he said, you know, when I die, I want on my tombstone, it to read, this person signed Big Sean. And he said, like, it's the worst decision I've ever made in my life. And the reason behind him saying that was when he was running for president, people were asking Big Sean, like, oh, how do you feel about that? And he was like, oh, it's stupid. It's not a good idea, whatever. John Legend the same way. For me, as a friend or like I just expect loyalty from my friends. So if someone's talking about me or asking you something about me and you don't agree with what I'm doing, come to me about that. Like, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that as my friend, you should make public statements about me that are derogatory. Because when you do certain things like them, you make those public statements about me, I'm not going to just let it go. Eventually, this situation passes on. Like Kanye running for
Mm-hmm.
president passes on. But he doesn't have to forget that Big Sean and John Legend kicked his back in when he was down, or when people, whatever, didn't agree with what he was
Mm-hmm.
doing. So I 100% agree with it. Like, him not fooling with them and not like caring much about them. He said he still loves them, but whatever. But he doesn't want to fool with them, and I don't see an issue with that. I
Mm-hmm.
think that, huh?
No, no, continue. I'm sorry.
I think another thing that stood out to me was they were talking and they said, people were mad at you when you wore the red hat. He said, I'm still wearing the red hat. And like, I loved it. I 100%
Okay.
loved it, because I think that if he decides or he wants to support Donald Trump for whatever reason, or Donald Trump's views or policies or whatever, he should be allowed to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like yes, the general consensus of African
Oh,
Americans don't agree with anything that Donald Trump does or says, with good reason.
yeah.
But if he does, then he should be allowed to express that. Like, I don't know, just
Like
the whole
express
thing.
why he's Team Trump.
Yeah, like if he wants to, like, he should be able to do that. Because at the end of the day, like, yes, Donald Trump does a lot of stuff that a lot of us don't agree with, but at the same time, though, like, you just don't know what it is that he agrees with, or that it is what it is that he likes. And nobody asks anybody to explain why they like Joe Biden. Nobody does that. But you have to
Mhm.
explain why you like Donald Trump. I think that's kind of like, come
Well,
on.
because Donald Trump is basically Satan. I mean, can you
To
explain to me
to
why?
to you.
No, he
Um,
is.
he
He
talked
is.
about he also talked about Kamala Harris and how like she's done nothing for like the black community.
Well,
And it's kind of interesting though, because depending on who you talk to, some people would talk all these things about what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are doing. They would say, oh, but this stuff, whatever. But on a smaller level, you just don't really know. Like, for instance, when Donald Trump was doing something big or small, we knew what it
mhm.
was. Remember when he was signing that HBCU initiative, and Kellyanne Conway is sitting on the couch in a room full of black men, like
With
cocked
her
up on the
feet up
couch?
on like all
Yeah,
disrespectful like this.
yeah. But we knew that happened. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
saw that meeting. We were critical of how crazy she looked in that situation, but we saw the meeting happening. So then when he's like, I'm doing this for HBCUs, we're like, well, yeah, we do see it. With Joe and Kamala, we don't see anything at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rack for Life said, what, she's the VP, what is she supposed to be doing? There's a lot. Like, she has initiatives that she's supposed to be pushing, and I don't see
Mm-hmm.
her pushing anything. And I think it's really important for them to be visual of with this kind of stuff. Like, we are a very visual society, and we don't see you doing anything. We only see Kamala Harris when she's being asked a question that she doesn't seem like she wants to answer.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny because I'm going to play devil's advocate. Do you think it also could be because Trump always felt as though to put on a show, look what I'm doing, because behind the scenes he's really not doing but so much?
Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think that's far fetched at all.
Mm-hmm.
But at least he did it. You know what I mean? At least there was something. Like, let me
So would
see
it help
something.
if Joe or Kamala did a daily tweet of their agendas and what they passed today? Would that help?
I mean, it would help more than what they be doing now, which is I don't be saying nothing.
We did it, Joe!
like there's, I don't know. It just seems, and maybe
Well, once you get the job, Dexter, you don't got to do no more work.
and maybe I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. The first election that I was able to vote in was 2008. So like I've
Mm-hmm.
only seen two presidents, right? I think I've only seen two presidents full on after I started voting, which would be
Okay.
Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Those are the only ones that I've
Mm-hmm.
seen. So like Barack Obama was very vocal about what he was doing all the time.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was very vocal about what he's doing all the time. And now Joe Biden is just silent about what he's doing all the time. And it's just,
Well,
I don't
because
know.
Joe is a little shifty ass. That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
is.
I really, if anybody, I don't blame Trump. I blame Barack Obama initially, because he spoiled us. Like, not only did we know what Barack
Always
Obama
want to
was doing,
blame the black man.
But not in a bad way. I'm just saying
No, no,
we
just
know
play.
what we knew what Barack Obama was doing. We knew what Joe Biden was doing at the time. We even knew what
Mhm.
Michelle Obama was doing at the time. Like,
Yeah. It really bothers me though, like you said, when they asked Kamala a question and she acted like she really didn't want to talk about it. Bitch, we put you in this office for you to talk about it. We're paying our tax dollars for you to talk about it. If the public is asking you a question about something, you owe it to our tax dollars that keep this thing going to talk about it. And that bothers me with any politician, to be quite honest.
yeah, and then even when remember when Melania Trump she destroyed the Rose Garden and that was like a news story. What does Joe Biden's wife, husband, what does Kamala Harris's husband do? We don't even know what he does. You know
So
what I
I
mean?
don't know if they're taking care of them kids.
Those kind of things. Like that. That's
Yeah,
I just really want more presence from like the
I
president.
hear you. So you don't like the fact that it's starting to go back, which I'm like, I'm kind of on the fence with it. I do like that we don't have hardcore circus politics going on. I like a circus every now and again, like get rid of the damn Iraq war and all that stuff and all that stuff. I can go for W's sense of circus behavior. But this
George Bush.
W, yes.
Now that's a bit much
But
for me.
no, but this Trump shit was just, I could not do it. It
It's too
just
much.
like,
It
yeah,
was too much.
it was just way too much. At least Bush was really a fucking idiot. So the stuff that he was doing, like his dumb ass really didn't like know. And I think that was so like frustrating about it. Like, what did he say? I'm a C student. Now I'm the president of the United States.
I love it. I love that. The reason they say that like Joe's not silent, he's just not talking about things that interest me. That could be true too.
Yeah, that definitely could be. But it's like with all that shit that Trump went through, I'm kind of like, I don't need to see everything, just as long as I know shit is getting done for our behalf. And quite frankly, everything that I'm seeing with this, especially, and I was just talking about this with somebody a while ago because it recently just came out that there's been I guess a Supreme Court case where they're talking about reparations for Black people. Um, so this is where this bothered me.
Okay.
2 weeks prior to that, like basically the reparations plan had gotten kind of dismissed or by the wayside. They're saying that Joe basically would be the person to step in to see if this, to really like Joe was our last chance to see if Black people will receive some sort of reparations for slavery. So on top of that, 2 weeks like prior to that, Joe puts out a statement. Yeah, so these disenfranchised families who've been, pulled apart
From the war.
because you've been coming up, huh?
Because of the war with the people with the war.
No, not necessarily the war. The people who've been coming up from Mexico.
Separated from their families.
Yes.
Yes.
Joe is proposing a bill or whatever the hell you call it, some type of policy to break each family member, not the family, each family member, $450 fucking thousand.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't read much into that. I saw it, but like, then this is another thing that I don't like about this presidency. It's like people put things out like that all the time with him, and like, I don't even bother to read the headlines. You know what I mean? I don't even bother to read the articles because like he's not going to address it. So it's kind of like you know that you live in a society of people that are only going to read, run, and report the headlines. So if it's kind of one of those things where it's like this is what these people are putting out there, people are going to believe it because you don't address this stuff. You don't say nothing about it. Like it just.
Thank you.
But I mean,
you got to bring that up. Especially, I think it bothers me so much because literally, Black people, Black women in particular, is what got you and fucking Kamala in there. Now you're in there. Chucks and pearls.
I'll never forgive y'all for that.
Now the fuck that you're in there, knowing that we clearly, thank you. Kamala got up in there while Joe's old ass running across the stage. Thank you, Black women. Where the fuck are the policies? Y'all are sitting there putting everybody else's policy before the people who literally got you in that fucking seat. And I know there's always this back and forth of, well, just give it time. He just got in there. I was rolling with that for a little while now. We're almost a year in now. Joe, what the fuck is going on?
And this is another thing, though. People keep saying that, like, Joe is doing stuff, he is talking, whatever. And I think this last election really showed that, like, if you are talking, you are doing something, it's not loud enough. Because, like, Donald Trump really lost because the country really, like, there's people that got together and was like, he has to go. And we have local election series, like, he has to get out of here. And people showed up in numbers, record numbers. And that's not happening anymore. And like you have to know that there's a correlation between what's happening at the top and then what's happening locally. Because there are a lot of people who refuse to vote locally because they don't like what's happening at the top. And people say like, oh, it's not connected. And it's 100% connected, because when people were going out during the presidential election and they were voting for people locally as well. And they were because it made sense to them. They wanted something. And right now, like, you're not giving them anything, so they have no reason to go out there and vote.
None whatsoever. And with Joe's fucking ass going back, I was never, if you don't vote for Joe Biden, you're not black.
Right, and I think I think he was forgiven for making that statement. I think people, obviously, because they voted for him. I think that, like, he was forgiven for that statement because it's kind of like, you know what? Like, the reason that he said it was because, like, nobody's going to help out black people more than I would. And I think it's time for him to show that.
I'm sorry, stomach. Go ahead, Deb. She's a CNN commentator.
HQ for KKDS just joined, and I don't talk politics with him, so we can move to the next thing.
Oh Lord, because you know where that might go. Now, who is HQ? Oh, okay, for KK.
He gives me a headache. Yeah.
You want to give an example?
Give
us a quick example.
Just
somebody leave in the post. Let's be honest, we all knew Joe wasn't going to come and do or change shit. We know what era he comes from. And VP Harris is just the blackface. That's it. Hi, Chels. That's my bestie. We were just out this weekend. It was our first like welcome home, let's go out and party celebration. Because we got way too motherfucking lit, we will be on hibernation mode for the next one.
You said welcome home?
Yeah, because she moved back to the Philadelphia area. You know, my girl, she was gone and Atlanta for years.
I remember you used to talk about her. You mentioned that you were going to move out there at one point, and
I
didn't know she was back. Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, she's back. My besties. But it's sad because it's like Atlanta was the turn up, and piece of the heart will always be in Atlanta, but I'm happy my friend is home.
You see, I didn't even say the location that she was at, and you threw the location and stuff like that.
Wait, what happened?
I said, I didn't even say the location of where she was at. You put the location up there.
Of the area. Is somebody after you? We're going to talk about this, because you did this last
week. I'm like secretive. I don't tell nobody nothing. I don't say nothing.
Let me be like, don't post this. We on vacation. You're gonna break in the house. Well, come here. I got a $500 motherfucking TV. You breaking my shit, you gonna be sad, because
Like, you can't know nothing. It's crazy. I saw a video that you posted over the weekend. It was you and the girls, and you guys were like walking through. Maybe you posted yesterday. And you guys were like walking through these double doors, and I was like, I said to my wife, I was like, oh my God, I hope she's not there right now, because people.
That's what was going to happen if I was there next.
People would know where you at. Like,
okay.
Look, ever since they robbed Kim Kardashian, I feel like I'm next. Like,
I ain't got a motherfucking thing. I ain't even got a skim. Don't come over here thinking you gonna be a come up over here like you came up for Kim. Because the way these cubic zirconias are set up.
I'm scared. I'm already nervous. I swear to God, like, ever since Kim Kardashian got robbed, I was like, you ain't gonna never know where I'm at until I'm far away from it.
You got Kim Kardashian PTSD. You can't let nobody know your location.
Like I'm different now.
That said, ain't gonna be sending you my location.
When we were in Mexico, I put my page on private because I wanted to post in Mexico and I knew I would be there for a long period of time. But I put my page on private so that people who don't follow me couldn't see where I was at or what I was doing at the time. Well, that is true. Toya's dad is one call away. He was probably he.
Thank you.
You guys know Toya's dad. They were walking through those double doors. He was probably like in the bushes like this. It's like this, binoculars.
Exactly. Daddy don't play, okay? He was saying something like talking to people like me being out in this dating world. So we've been like just talking about things now. And he was like, you better be careful who you dating out there, because I don't want to be on no motherfucking Liam Neeson shit and gotta go find you.
Tay just joined the show. This guy is hilarious. You would love him, Toy. He's hilarious. He's like a
Okay, we'll have to have Tay on sometime then.
The star basketball player at the Lincoln University.
Okay, Tay, okay. Well, welcome, Tay. We're glad to have your presence here on the show, on the comments. Why are you giving that look?
My comments stopped moving.
You want to adjust them?
No, go ahead. No, it just came back.
Okay, yeah, it gets really stupid. Hey, Radiance Worldwide, baby. Okay, another scammer. Gladys Knight's son. He going to jail.
Her son?
Yes. He's going to jail. You know, he got a while ago with Trended that he got caught up in that whole tax evasion situation and he wasn't paying no payroll taxes. Well, the hammer then came to hell down. He gonna get either 2 or 4 years in prison, and he has to pay back over $1 million in restitution.
No, I never.
What you think his mama's saying?
Probably embarrassed, but that's one thing I never understand though. If I did a crime and I'm going to go to jail for it, as I should because I did the crime, do I really need to pay the money back? Like, I mean,
for real, like, come on. If I wouldn't been out here doing the dumb shit if I had it, give me a solid. Now, I'll do this time, but you shouldn't be taking none of my money.
Yes, I think you should definitely go to jail. You definitely should go to jail because you did wrong. But at the same time, though, like, why? You can't get both. Like, it's either one or the other. Either I got to give the money back or I got to go to jail.
See, I be mad because I be in a courtroom. You got these motherfucking politicians stealing every day.
You just can't. For me, I just can't do both. It's one or the other.
Yeah. Now, listen, now I'm going to do this time. When I get out of here, don't you come looking for no money because this was the trade. I got it. You got the power.
It's like people who rob banks or whatever. Like, you got caught robbing the bank and you were wrong and you got caught, so you're going to jail. How do you put me in jail and then still go to the bank like, here go your money back? Like,
I actually have ex of mine. We just got the release date, 2023. He got to pay over $400,000 in restitution.
Really?
Where you gonna get this money from?
Then he gonna start robbing banks to pay you back
again.
Wait, you dated a bank robber?
Well, when I dated him, he was not robbing banks.
Oh my God.
He was doing other things, but he was not robbing the banks.
I think I'm judging.
And I dated a bank robber back in the day too. Again, I wasn't with him. Maybe I got a thing for bank robbers. Or I do have a bank robber fetish. I don't know. I dated 2 though. One is still in jail. One is out. He did his time, but he did like 20-something years. Yeah. It was a heavy story.
He did 20-something years in jail?
Uh-huh. He had a whole situation going on. He robbed a couple of banks, had a whole motherfucking operation going on. We just gonna say that.
But now if you're doing stuff like that and you got a bunch of stuff going on, then you can't keep the money and you got to go to jail because you're doing too much. You got to go. You are a menace to society.
I just needed a couple of dollars.
Yeah, if you need like a couple of dollars and you do it like that, then I'm like, just give the people the money. They got to go to jail, but just let them keep the little money that they got. But if you got an operation, like set it off.
And then the last one, the one that's sitting in jail now, the last bus, he didn't even get all the money because the dye pen went off. Dummy. Chelsea said, I like bad boys. And then HQKKDS says, Toya likes gangsters. Now, I have evolved. I am not that girl anymore. She is no longer the ride or die. This is 38-year-old, locks taken out, natural hair.
Oh, but you got the Queen and Slim shirt on. So are you sure?
It might be a little bit every step. It would have been, it's probably a little bit of it. Just know, if shit needs to pop, I'ma be there. If shit go down, you good over here, okay?
Wow.
You hide the money. Now, had to die for you know I can't. We got to be good when they come up. I can't tell you all that.
Okay.
This is why I told you, going back to a few episodes a while ago, this is why I couldn't be a cop. I already know it. I could never do it.
Oh, I probably could not be a cop either for multiple reasons. One, I would probably be stealing.
I'm probably. The fucking me, probably. Like, of course it's happening.
And people who made me mad in the past, I'm gonna be like, did I find drugs? Oh, yes, I did. I'd be like going outside of their house and they'd be like, I gotta check you or whatever. And they'd be like, you got any cameras? And they'd be like, no. I'd be like, well, you had all these drugs on you. Like, you going to jail.
Ring the bell. Why is Tia cocaine sitting in front of your house?
Oh, if I was a cop, I'd be super petty. So it's probably best that I'm not. People who are cops for a reason because they know what they're doing. So,
maybe it ain't me. I be all kinds of dirty. I be the fuck jukebox for motherfucking powers.
Dom said I can't be a cop because I don't drink coffee.
And that is a prerequisite, Dexter.
If I was a cop, I wouldn't need to drink no coffee. I'd be too busy. I'd be too high out stealing all the time.
Stealing with all my bags of drug dealing money. Pointing and laughing. Ha ha, I'm the cops.
And I only been a cop for 3 months because I got what I need.
Now we're going to do a little longer than that because I don't mind. A lot of cops, these cops travel, so I'm going to hit state to state.
No, I got to get out before I get too deep because I know me. I have an addictive personality, and if I get away with it one time, I'm not going to stop. I got to stop. Yeah.
Nah, I'll be with you. All right, I'll be like, well, see, we would be good partners. I'm like, stop bitching up. All right, let me just go fucking get it. You go sit in the car. Sick of you. Get the fuck up.
But see, I also think when cops do certain things like kill people without weapons and stuff like that, I'd be like trying to fight them too. So it would be too much. Because I'm trying to argue with you because you killing people in the street who are unarmed, but then I'm also trying to steal. So like I'm a bow out gracefully. I can't do it. It's too much for me. Because like how I'm getting mad at you because you're crooked, but clearly I'm crooked too.
Now, look, listen, one crooked don't match up to another crooked. Now, I ain't trying to kill nobody. I'm not with that. But this drug money sitting on this table. It's coming
when
home.
I see the movies and they're like, we confiscated. I don't want no drugs. You keep the drugs. I just want the money.
That's all yours. Give me the cash. And listen, and I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to let you. This drop off is going to moi. Tomorrow's drop off, you can have that. But this one, thank you for your payment.
Take a little off the top.
Child, don't even. Oh my God, I'll never forget. Years ago in high school, and I guess I kind of knew this about myself even back then. One of my teachers wanted me. Her father was in the FBI, and like she was one of my favorite teachers. Like we were cool, but she like pulled me to the side one day, and she was like, "What have you ever thought about doing? Like, would you? I think you'd be like a good candidate for the FBI." I said, "What? Nah." I think I knew it back then. I'll be dirty as shit. No, and I'll be pissing them local cops off soon as I show the fuck. Cause you know the local cops hate motherfucking FBI. I'd be that FBI douchebag Fuck off of my crime scene.
Look,
Oh, I would.
when I watch
So,
my reporter, they be like, "This is our jurisdiction now," and they be Olivia Hucker. They be so upset. So,
go. This ain't for you, y'all. The adults are here now. Y'all go fuck up somebody else's crime scene. My shit. I'll be pissing them off. So it's not, law enforcement is not the place for me.
I know it for myself too.
Yes. Oh God, can we first, everything that happened at Astro World, can we pray for the families and the people who lost their lives? And supposedly there is a 9-year-old still on life support. He's in a coma right now, and he was trampled. They said he has brain swelling, and he has really bad organ
Yeah, all, all,
organ damage.
all of his organs are damaged.
It This was just really sad. It was really what did this happen? Saturday morning we all woke up to this
Yeah.
news.
Saturday. I think it happened Saturday. We saw it on Sunday.
Hey, Art, honey, Art, true. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It's one of those things, even when it comes to festivals, like I never want to say, like, I've gone to a festival occasionally. I went to Made in America year one. And then a few festivals out here. I'm just that type of person. Festivals naturally make me uncomfortable because usually they're just way too many people. Travis, I think they said was it how many people?
I don't even know why they're giving numbers because they don't know the numbers. Like, they don't know.
Yeah.
Because at one point, like, literally, there are people breaking down the security barriers to run in there. So you don't even know how many people were there. You don't even have an
No
estimate
clue.
of how many people were there. You have no idea how many people were. Too many. That's what
Yes.
you don't know.
And then on top of that, like they said, they had people injecting people with drugs. And even like the parents who took their kids, like I'm one of those people, even when it comes, like it only a kiddie show. And not saying that shit can't happen at the kiddie shows because they can, but it's something about that festival. It gives me claustrophobic vibes. The few that I've been to, I've always remained on the outskirts because I'm like, if shit really pops off, if you really look at the bigger scope of things, if it pops off, it's not going to be a good situation. It came out that the local police chief, where they had the festival, he said prior to, they had talked to him and his people to say, hey, it's a lot of like health, like not health concerns, what is it called? Safety concerns. And a lot of stuff going on with the protocol, but the police officer made it seem like they really weren't just that interested in it. And they were like, okay, but they just didn't really take it serious. So I don't know. I guess will this put a spotlight on the entire industry? And now will we see different laws for how many people you are allowed to attend a
That
festival?
doesn't make it. That doesn't make any sense. And I want people to kind of take a step back, and because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this conversation start where like there needs to be more rules and regulations in place. That doesn't make any sense. And I want people to
Mm-hmm.
stop talking about rules and regulations in regards to this situation. You cannot rule or regulate a festival. You just can't do it. And this was a situation that showed that you cannot do it. And the reason you cannot do it is because you can't control people. I also want
Nope.
people to kind of let Travis Scott when it comes to this stuff too, because they're like, he needs to be held responsible and do this and do that. And it's like, yeah, I think that like his name is attached to it because it was his festival, but things like this are bound to happen though. Like
Yes.
we live in this country where in a couple weeks from now, we're going to open our doors to Best Buy and Walmart, and there's going to be Black Friday, and someone's going to get killed on Black Friday. In fact, they may get killed on Thanksgiving night. It happens literally every single year, and that's just how we move in our country.
Yeah.
And like we're trying to hold Travis Scott accountable, and Live Nation and Texas and those police officers. We're trying to hold all those people accountable. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what those people did outside of cancel the show.
Mm-hmm.
Those people who were running through and breaking down the barriers to get in there, jumping gates, destroying the stuff, they were going to get through, and those are the ones who need to be held accountable, but you can't because you don't know who they
Yeah.
are. And
No,
that's just what it is.
and what they did, like them, it must have been, it had to be like the people there telling them they can't get in. Because I ain't gonna tell all the festivals that happen here, but I know some festivals that happen in Philly, usually after a certain hour, they just let anybody to fuck in anyway to prevent some type of shit like that from happening. But I don't know, something I don't even know if this is something you can control. Like, is it something like, are you just going to stop doing festivals then?
It's really saying you could. Shout out to Bobby Buckhead from Mountain,
Bobby.
Georgia.
Oh, on Stone Mountain. Got it.
It's really one of those things where it's like the thought process would be, can we control people? And we can't control people. So it's kind of like, we can want to do this all day long and say, like, well, you know, like, put rules in place. They had rules in place. They had metal detector stuff. I'm sure they had the regular protocols, not no COVID, but all the other COVID protocols.
That's the COVID protocol. It's outside.
we got hookah.
That's why we can invite 300,000 people. We outside and we got the hookah. What's up?
So, but like, there were protocols in place. But if people don't want to follow a protocol, it's the same way how they are with Black Friday. They don't want to follow a protocol. They're not going to follow it. And that's why we're in this situation we're in right now.
Yeah, it's just, and it's so sad because I feel like, and the tickets were 300. They said at least 300, and then you had to pay the processing fees. And that was just for one ticket for the show. So I don't know. Part of me, it seems like, I mean, as artists, they look at it, it's like people are pent up in the house. You know they're going to come in. So money grab, we'll have it outside. But so much can happen. It's outside, and then you see shit like this. So I don't know. I don't know if you really can control it, but to the artist, especially when you already have a lot of fucking money, money is not everything. Sometimes you really need to consider the safety of the people coming to see you rather than just the full on money grab. Because I really feel like this was a situation mixed in with a little bit of greed and you just thinking, oh, well, ain't nothing too much is going to happen. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Where you did see things, from what I heard, there were reports where they said at first Travis and Kylie didn't know anything about it. They didn't see anything. But clearly today I've been seeing videos of mid-performance Travis like stopping the crowd, and he saw it was chaos going on, and he's like, okay, please get this person, let's pause, and then we'll get back to it. So it just makes me...
I don't think he knew that people were dying. Like, people were dead bodies. I don't think he knew that. And that's what I think they said, like, we didn't know what was going on. But, like, it's kind of common to be at a concert outside or whatever to see somebody passed out because they do drugs and they're drinking or whatever.
They do.
Assume that. You would assume that somebody's dead. Like, that is crazy. But I would say, though, Travis Scott was here. Travis Scott, if I'm not mistaken, was here for Powerhouse
a couple years ago.
Was it 2019?
Might have been
19
or 18, either or.
And people rushed the stage then. I was down there. I witnessed it. I saw it. People were rushing the stage, and like it looked dangerous then. So just imagine a larger crowd doing that same thing to get up to the front of that stage. Yeah. This was bound to happen.
And you also somewhat, because if you said this was happening in 20 whatever when you went, this must be a theme of Travis's concert experience.
I've heard that he tells people to like rush the stage or whatever.
No, and that should not be a thing. If any artist is doing this, it needs to stop. And I totally understand. You're charged by the crowd. You want everybody to have a good experience. You want the whole crowd to feel like they can touch you. But it is a safety hazard. And this clearly, what we've seen happen over the weekend was a culmination of what can really happen. So I look at it for all artists. When you see this happening, please stop. Do not egg on or encourage this behavior, because as we clearly see, people's lives get lost. And this happens more often. We just got to think about how it's probably not reported as often. It's probably this one probably got like worldwide coverage because, it's on TMZ right the fuck now. Coverage because we are just coming out of a pandemic and some people are still home and there are more eyes on everything to see how things go down. So, but It's just unfortunate, and we just really don't want this to happen anymore. Um, one couple of more things before we go. I'm not going to hold it because we're coming up at this the end. I want to keep it like start keeping it right around an hour or so. Um, Ahmaud Arbery trial. Finally, it's the trial is happening. What are your thoughts on? There was a lot of chaos going on about the jury of his peers. There was only one black juror on there.
I would.
In the state that we're in today, do you think that it's possible for him to get a fair trial with people that don't look like him or can really identify with his journey and walk in life?
I think that's a hard one. Like that is, it's
Mm-hmm.
almost, it's difficult, and I think because it's difficult for me or like us to answer, I think it's also difficult for other people to see it too. Because on one hand, you
Yeah.
want to give the benefit of the doubt, but on the other hand, like we've seen this before, so it's like I don't know if this is a good idea. That's
Yes.
a hard one, I will say.
It is very hard because you never want to just look at, and this is why I'm willing to somewhat give it a pass. It's because of we were all in a house for a year, BLM movement. We saw these black deaths happening, the unfairness of it all. If you've lived through this era and you are sitting on this man's trial and you find something that we've all seen happen and you still find that these people are not guilty or a harsh enough punishment, what the fuck did we just go through all of that for?
Yeah.
What did we just throw the world up and blow the world up in smoke pretty much for? So I don't know. I really am looking at this trial like what the verdict will be. As I'm looking at it kind of like it's a sign of the real soul of the nation. Everybody, we talk a lot of good shit. We talk a good game, be better people, do better. If you see something wrong, say something. Well, this is the moment. This is really the moment, in my opinion. That's how I'm looking at this trial. So we'll see. It's scary. And for me, it's very unsettling. So we'll just wait and see what happens with that. Oh, did you see Missy Elliott got her Hollywood star in the Walk of Fame?
I did.
That is amazing for her. We love Missy Elliott, and I love the fact that she went up and gave the real hip hop queens before her the credit. And I'm sure one of your friends will bring it up on Bro Talk Live a little later, Dexter. Dexter will be doing the best late night talk show on social media, Bro Talk Live. So Missy Elliott shouted out Angie Stone, Roxanne Shante, Moni Love, Queen Latifah, and there was somebody else in there, but I'm so sorry. Somebody might let me know who the other name that she mentioned. But these ladies basically were the godmothers of hip hop. We would not have females in hip hop if it was not for these ladies. So I really did like that she included them in her tribute. So did Jay-Z. Dame Dash included him in his tribute.
Mm.
So y'all gonna talk about this later?
I don't know, but like, stuff like that kind of bothers me a little bit. And the reason that it bothers me is that because like I shouldn't have to do that. Like this is my moment. Like, and I want to take this moment for myself to thank the people who helped me and worked with me. I don't even want to have to mention somebody who came before me. And you know why she has to do that and why Jay-Z had to do that? Because other people refuse to give these people credit. Like if they already are up here, I wouldn't have to do that. We have to, especially as Black people, we have to consistently go back and thank people from the past. And not because we have an issue, not like because it's like, not because we don't want to, but it's like we have to do it because people don't even know who these people are. They don't care who they are. They like look past their legacy, and now you're finally giving me something, and I can't even really enjoy my moment because I have to go back and shout out people who y'all pretend like didn't exist, and I wouldn't exist if it wasn't for them. Well,
how about as the artist, Dexter, the one? How about you? Like, you don't have to constantly talk about it, but you're at the top of your game. The one? No, what did we say your name was? We gave you a new nickname. What was it?
DC Light.
Yes.
but for me, it's just one of those things that like I love that Missy did that. I love that she had the opportunity to do it. But I also love that when people that were there with her was Sierra, and I saw Lizzo, who were like
Yeah.
Sierra's been around for a while, but Lizzo is a newer artist who, like, I feel like Missy has given her these necessary places. But just think about, it's kind of like being like a millennial and that generation above us, where it's like nothing is ever just about us. It's always, we got to make sure we shout out the people that came before us, but we also got to make sure we're bringing up the people who are under us. And it's just like,
Yeah.
I just feel like that just constrains us so much. Like, this was Missy's moment, but it's like, I got to make sure I focus on them and focus on them. And I think there's just in life, I feel like this group of people, we're so sandwiched in between everything else. And it's like, these people didn't get enough credit. And if I don't speak up for them, the people under me won't get no credit either.
Well, I think that's another thing in hip hop, because hip hop, it's like the attitude. Everything has always been so braggadocious, and it's always about me, me, me. And I really think subconsciously, I don't even think it happened on purpose, to where people really did kind of forget to really talk about the people, like, because every artist, I don't give a fuck who you are, you've been inspired by somebody. You
Yeah, but
didn't just wake up.
I think it's more so like a black thing, because like Britney Spears wouldn't get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame and have to bring Ariana Grande or have to reference Madonna, because Madonna's already got her star and Ariana Grande's already got her star. And it's just like, black people always have to do this stuff, and no other group has to. Well, I shouldn't say that, but white people don't have to do it. They do, and it's, to me, like, this is just unfair. And it's like,
I think they don't have to do it a lot of times, because I don't want to say they naturally, but a lot of times you'll hear like a lot of, I'm just thinking of some of the rock artists and stuff that I know. A lot of times they'll just already talk about their influences and they give the credit already. It's something about us. And I just want to say hip hop, because you really don't get this in R&B as much. It's more so the hip hop thing. And I really do think it has something to do with it being so ego driven. Like, it's all about me, myself, and I got here by myself. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of other groups of or genres of music, they don't have issue with like really paying tribute or just thanking the legends. You'll have people who will make songs about the people who affected them or made them want to do stuff with the craft. In hip hop, I just feel like if people just kind of did it more often, because a lot of times we look at shit very disrespectful. I'm tired of that attitude of, oh, it's past our generation, so it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does matter. Just because you can't personally relate to it, but some shit that you've been into, this influence came from the person that came before you. So yes, I agree with it that on award shows, you shouldn't always have to, or when you're being honored, you shouldn't always have to feel the need to constantly talk about somebody else. But as for the culture as a whole, we need to do better with acknowledging people for really busting the door open. Like, bust it open, bust it open, bust it open. I don't even know if that's real. You know what levels to this shit. Sister Soldier one moment, we thought in a club the next one. But hey. But yeah, I just think I want us to be better with, we always right now, we're in the era of black love, black encouragement, black kings and queens. How about we really start treating each other that way? And like, if you see somebody that you admire, say it.
Well, I just want to say that I am very big on that, and I think that I big up people in my circle all the time. Like, I think I have an amazing group of friends and family around me, and I always say, like, everybody in my circle is thriving. Limitless.
Okay. Can we get that and put that into hip hop? Can you be the leader? DC Light?
I'm not a hip hop.
DC Light.
I'm not a hip hop.
You gotta free the people. It's more than just hip hop. You're saving the culture, DC Light.
Look, I can only do for my people. I can't save the world. Look, I'm not.
So you ain't no Moses for the world. You just Moses for your people.
Well.
I fucks with you, Dexter. I fucks with you. Everybody has seen that Will Smith was here in Philadelphia yesterday, kicked off his book tour in his hometown. Patty Jackson posted great footage from the night. And a few other people I noticed posted footage of the night.
I'm gonna buy that book. I'm gonna read it too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the book and read it. Yeah.
Oh. Oh no, that wasn't you in the group chat. That was somebody
What? They said they weren't gonna read it.
who forbade a friend of theirs to buy them.
We have to talk offline. No, I'm gonna read it. I've always liked Will Smith. Remember when, like,
Yes.
during the pandemic, when I said that I won't watch the special, the Fresh Prince special, whatever? It didn't feel right to watch it, and I still haven't watched it. I'm not going to either.
Really? It's
But
so
and then even last week when I was like, this Will and Jada stuff, it's irritating to me. Like the
yes.
thought process about it, like everything about it is stupid and it's irritating to me and I won't give it attention. But when I saw this stuff with the book, like I'm actually intrigued by this and this is the Will Smith
Yeah.
that I like, that I
It's
respect, that I want to know about. So I'm gonna buy it.
1000%. It's so funny because now I find myself like, I definitely want to read this book. I will buy it and read it. But whenever I see the headlines coming up about them, I like turn away ASAP.
Yeah, because
Because
I hate that he even turned to that kind of stuff to even sell this book, because that's what he did.
yes,
And I feel like Will Smith is so respectable that you didn't need to do that.
you
And
don't need to.
yeah.
No, continue. I'm sorry, Dexter.
No, I was thinking maybe I'll do the audio book, but now I'm gonna buy the actual book and read it with my fingers.
No, audio doesn't give the same because I'm a reader like either early in the morning, right before a nap, or right before bed because it relaxes my mind. Like, or if I'm on a beach, I love reading like that. And the audio books don't give what a good page turner gives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I guess you feel different with your dumb ass.
I mean, I've never read an audiobook before, so I don't fully know, but I just assume that, like,
oh, you ain't have hooked on phonics as a kid?
no, wait, I'm like a genius.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah, like I've been reading at the same level I'm at right now all my life.
So you've been reading on a third grade level all your life?
A 33-year-old level.
Dang, third grade. Ooh, boy, you dumb. And you ain't even got no autism or nothing. You just stupid.
I'm really like a genius. Like I'm like this. Well,
You're a savant. You're Rain Man.
no,
You're Rain Man.
I was about to say I'm the smartest person I know, but that was not saying.
You know who else said that?
Who?
Donald Trump.
Well,
Birds of a feather. That's why that's your guy. That is your guy.
All day.
What would you do? Okay, what would you do if you had the privilege to be in the same room as Donald Trump? And listen, stop. You take your moment. Hello, Mr. Trump. I am a fan. And he looks at you and is like,
See, this is the thing.
Go.
I would never in a million years think that me meeting anybody is a privilege for me. I just would never think like that. Like me being in the same room as Donald Trump is me being in the same room as Donald Trump. Like, okay, what's up? And
okay, so because you're on that same level, so you go straight up to Trump.
Absolutely.
Hello, Mr. Trump. I'm DC Light.
Mm-hmm. I would probably say Dexter C. Stuckey, actually.
Dexter C. Stuckey, you might know me by my moniker, DC Light. Just wanted to come over and say hello to you. And Trump looks at you up and down with give you a Nene Leakes look. Mm-hmm. And he calls what's the one that was leaking with the hair dye?
Rudy Giuliani.
He calls Giuliani, and Giuliani comes and aggressively grips you up by the.
I know you like. I said, no, you know you can't touch me.
Rudy Giuliani, with those hooker paid hands, grabs you and removes you from the room. Like, so what do you do?
He won't remove me.
Okay, or have people. My dad will be there, Smack 927. He'll be their security. Even though he knows you, he has to have you removed from the room. So what do you do? What do you say in that moment?
First, I'm gonna look at your dad and I say, "Are you serious?"
Yes, Dexter. I'm serious. You got to go.
Don't touch me. So, I leave. I mean, look, I leave, but like it's one of those things. For me, my biggest thing that like I'm the most eager about this whole situation. When I get outside, I need to know, like, I know I can't go back in there, but can you just find out for me if anybody recorded that? Because I need that audio. I need that video. I need to post it. Like, that's all I want. That's it. Because you know how much attention I would get?
I got removed.
Like, that's all I want. I just want the attention for it. That's cool. It like literally me being removed would get me more attention than me just taking a picture with Donald Trump. So I would love it. That's cool.
That it would. So if that happens, you would be more of a fan of Trump. Like, he's still gonna be your guy?
No,
or
it's over for you. You disrespected. It's over. Now I'm trolling you, but like what am I gonna troll him, man? He can't even get on social media.
But he could have trolled you on that page, but you ain't really with it because you ain't signed up, and now the page is deactivated.
Gone.
He really thought people would like either subscribe to. It was a paid one, right?
Mm-hmm.
He really thought, that's your friend, though, Dexter. That is your friend. With that said, okay, that's the end, Dexter. How are you dealing with sorry. Faith Evans, Stevie J.
You stopped there like I'm really gonna have a comment. I don't care. Faith Evans and Stevie J break it. Okay. Congratulations.
You had a comment earlier. What did you say?
What did I? It took longer than I thought it would. I'm shocked. It took too long.
What? Okay, so I watched Patty earlier. She said that how she found out was how we found out. Social media.
How Faith found out?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's how he moves, though. Like, that's not shocking to me. Like, that's how Stevie J moves.
And she said, we thought, supposedly, according to her, she thought everything was fine. What you mean? And this happens in the world. I know somebody else going through the same exact thing right now. But
this morning I was listening to Power 99, and Mother No said that she had just posted about his birthday and stuff like that. So everything, I'm sure she thought everything was fine. But I just don't care.
Do you not care because Stevie J is a fucking asshole and Faith should have saw that shit when she got with his ass?
You're giving her more credit than I am, but sure, let's go with that.
Oh! Well, you know she a little hood too. But that was for Stevie to have to divorce. What's Faith really like? Faith!
Remember she put her hands on him at one point. Yeah. That's why I'm always like, people are like trashing Stevie in this situation. Like, she literally was the aggressor in a situation.
You can't trash Stevie. Like, we know what it is. Faith knew what it is. Don't be mad at Stevie J. We all take a chance we take a gamble on love sometimes, especially going down that road, and we know this ain't the motherfucking one for us. But Stevie has always given us exactly who Stevie J is.
I agree.
So, even though this is the end, but Faith, we saw it, baby. Hopefully you'll be better off. Hopefully Stevie J will be better off. But I'm just wondering who's next. You think Puerto Rican princess will take them back?
I would love that. And bring them back to Love and Hip Hop together so they can run the show. I would love it. That would be it.
Sounds like it's my birthday.
And now
that's what I really want to see.
Yes.
Somebody gave ignorant ass Stevie J back on reality TV with the Puerto Rican princess and baby Bella. Bonnie Bella, I'm not sure what name. And we know some people who be with them too, so they might be on the show.
I doubt it though.
Why would they be there? They be with them. Hey, Javon Pearson, guys. Javon Pearson official. He actually has a comedy show coming up on Black Friday. So if you guys don't have any plans, you want to laugh that turkey dinner off. Well, shit. I don't know how much turkey y'all gonna have because the way these prices is happening, they talk about $60 for a motherfucking regular sized turkey. So my Thanksgiving will be fried chicken. But we gonna laugh these fried chicken pounds off down at the comedy show with Javon Pearson.
And I'm gonna go
All
to
right.
Taco Tuesday now.
You wanna go what?
Taco Tuesday now.
Taco Tuesday? Don't you got another lineup, sweetie?
They got to wait. It's Taco Tuesday.
All right, y'all. It's time to go. Damn. Maybe I can turn my baked chicken into a taco. Let me try to figure. I'm gonna work on it. I feel like I'm missing out. I always miss out on Taco Tuesday. But thank y'all so much for pulling up on us, watching us, supporting us all the time. Again, like we say all the time, we could be on here, just me and you looking at each other, laughing at each other. Luckily, it's not just that. People watch us. So thank you guys so much pulling up on us every week. YouTubers, we love you. Thank you for being consistent. Anybody on here, if you have not subscribed to us on YouTube, please do that. We will love you forever for it. And Javon Pearson is giving away turkeys with Greg Parker for the holiday. So if y'all don't want to spend $60 on a damn turkey, hit up Javon Pearson official and he gonna tell y'all where the motherfucking get the free turkey drop off. Okay? Because I ain't paying $50, $60 for no motherfucking turkey. Shit, we gonna eat this chicken. Shit, call it that. All right, with that said, have a wonderful night.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week.